Legend of Mare-Do-Well by JD2K. Bonus chapter for chapter 5. Nearly 30 or so police ponies surrounded a normally quaint house in one of the suburban sections of town. Pegasi officers flew overhead, making sure all available entrances and exits were monitored, while the unicorns had their horns lit up, ready to shoot the permitted stun bolts to bring down the offenders when the order was given. Lieutenant Buckler stood sternly as he levitated a megaphone to her snout and called out, "Villain, this is the Ponyville police. We have the house surrounded. Release the hostages and vacate the premises, or we will be forced to subdue to you the harsher penalties." Inside, the pancake, radiant Earth Stallion, tried to keep his nerves under control. It was not easy as his teeth chattered while trying to keep the sharp butterfly knife he held in his mouth from falling off. It all started when he was kicked out of the dance club for being too rowdy after taking more salt than any stallion could muster. His filly friend chided him for being such a brute, and he decided to teach her some manners. That, unfortunately, got the attention of the two police ponies nearby. He frisked his saddlebags and found a small pouch of loco weed in one pocket. That right there would have given him a year or two in jail, and he didn't want that. He attacked them with his knife and wounded them severely. Now he was looking at a long prison sentence for assaulting and most likely horse-slaughtering police ponies. He would never be free in this life again. That is, of course, if he was caught. He forced his way to the nearest house, dragged the two wounded officers with his unwilling, nervous filly friend inside, rounded up the family who lived there, and held them at knife point. If he was going down, he wasn't going alone. The nervous, rose-colored earth pony was in a whirlwind of emotion. Her cold friend had gone too far. However, all she could do was assist the kindly pediatrician whose house her cold friend broke into, stopping peppermint pops and Brooker's bleeding around the wounds tightly. The doctor maintained his cool through the ordeal. It was obviously to the rose filly that his mate and their curly red-maned daughter were too scared to even talk as they hugged each other. "Young stallion, I'm a pediatrician, not a surgeon," the doctor protested. "These police ponies require immediate attention. If you do not let them go, they will go into shock and perish." "Shut up, you nag! Don't tell me what to do!" The attacker snapped back with a wild look in his eyes. "If those two die, then everybody else here will die, starting with that Four Eyes there." Twist whimpered even more as her mother slowed down with rage. "Please, Super 2, stop this. You're hurting a lot of innocent ponies. Just please accept responsibilities for once and give yourself in," the rose-colored pleaded. "Sip your lips, Merryweather," Summerdew barked at her. "This is all your fault. You learned to behave like a good filly. Now, keep help with that muffin-head doctor and heal those ponies." "I repeat, give up the hostages or you'll be severely punished," Ted Bucker called out again. "I want to negotiate, prune mare. Make a distance for the last of these worthless ponies," Summerdew yelled out. "I want to arrest in an hour. I want to take me as far away from here as possible, with no Pegasus tailing me. And if you think of arresting me, I'll take one of the hostages with me, and I'll return her once I'm far away from here." With that, he grabbed Twist from her mother and hauled her out to the window for all to see as he cried and wailed, "You got 1 hour. Get to it, Broodmare." Bucker grunted angrily under her breath. She really hired hostage negotiations for it was never quite clear if they would end up peaceful or casualties. She couldn't get a dirigible for Cantor on such short notice. The offender sounded so extremely agitated. He could not hold back on his word and killed all the hostages if his demands were not met. She was worried about what to do. Send in the unicorns and Pegasi to capture him, risk him killing all the hostages, or effortlessly try negotiating another agreement, seeing full well he was already grabbed the young filly, but killed her if he got too nervous. Time wasn't on her side. However, an unlikely answer came from Hotshot, who whistled and pointed to the rooftops nearby as he hovered in the air. Bucker squinted her gaze and managed to make out a figure with a long cape. Before alerting anyone, she saw the figure creep up to the rooftop of the house and slip in through the upstairs window. At this point, she ordered all her officers to storm in, but she had a feeling the stranger would set things right. Mare-Do-Well found herself in a little filly's room. By the smell of candy and a nearby hoof-drawn picture of various school-age ponies with certain amberous gray pony glasses and red curls for a mane and tail, the word me underneath, she deduced that this was Twist's room in her own house. Now more than ever, she had to save her parents. Slowly making her way to the top of the stairs, she could hear weeping and grunts of displeasure. The conflict area was just below her. Peeking from the side of the stairwell, she assessed the situation. At the foot of the stairwell were Merryweather and the pediatrician, who were currently trying to keep both on the nearly unconscious Peppermint Pops and Booker from not even dying, even though they were rapidly losing a bit of blood. A few feet from them, leaning against the windowsill, was Summer-Do, who held a knife in his teeth and a shivering form of a twist in his forehoof. The pointed blade was aiming right at the back of her neck, where one false stab would sever her spinal cord. Lying on the floor, shivering more than Twist, was the doctor's wife, and Twist's mother could only stare in unblinking terror at her daughter, hoping nothing bad happened. This was going to be tricky. How to subdue the assailant without him nosing her? Smoke bombs and sleeping gas would be out of the question, as he would have enough time to react, and end up killing Twist in his panic. Creeping down would not be wise, for as soon as the pediatrician or Philly saw her, they would inadvertently alert the perp to her presence and would kill her. She was running out of options. Her eyes darted everywhere to find a solution. That's what she saw next to her on the stairs. Support beams of the first floor's roof, holding out the second floor above. Meadow slowly squeezed in and managed to fit in above the beam, slowly began to scoot above it. Soon, she was able to move more freely above the beams, but going at a tiptoe pace to prevent any sudden movements from alerting any pony to her presence. She moved around the maze of beams for a few seconds, until she was directly above the Colt and Twist. As expected, he was still nervously staring out the window for him to pay any attention to her. Ne'er-do-well's resolve hardened, as he aimed directly for the Colt, leaped out the beams above. Holding her back closed out in a drill kick, she landed squarely on the Colt's back, causing it to buckle under and spit out the knife by the force of the blow. Twist saw her chance and trotted away to her mother's loving embrace. With the wind knocked out of him, but still lucid, Ne'er-do-well grabbed the reigning Colt's head in her forehose and slammed it down hard against the floor, knocking him out. At this point, an entire platoon of police ponies burst into the house, quickly surrounded the area. "Everybody, hold your position!" The coral red second-in-command mare ordered as she made her way to the front. Sudden relief escaped her lips. She saw the perp lying unconscious on the floor, and the hostages freed as Twist and her mother hugged each other and cried. Mare-Do-Well simply stood there with a startled look. She looked down at the perp in case he came to. Bucker gasped when she saw the two officers bleeding profusely, despite the best efforts of the pediatrician and villain's accomplice. Without a moment to lose, she ordered an officer to activate his receiver. "Attention dispatcher! Officer Bayer requesting immediate ambulance in Sector 143 Alpha. Officers down! Repeat, send an ambulance in Sector 143 Alpha immediately. Officers down!" she called in. A few seconds of static later, the response came through. "Copy that, Bayer. Ambulance is on the way. Over and out." Police then got busy cleaning up the scene. Merryweather was taken into custody without resistance. As the handcuffs were placed on her, she was led outside. Two unicorn officers used their oar to pick up the comatose Summer-Do, levitate him out of the house and into the jail cart, where a sorrowful Philly friend was already in. The cart then left the station jail. Beatrice and family were quickly given a checkup, especially with the doctor, making sure his daughter didn't suffer too much trauma from the ordeal. That was when the ambulance finally arrived. Early soon entered the house, bringing sensors for Peppermint Pops and Booker with them. The unicorn officers used their magic once more to levitate the injured officers, placed them on stretchers, or Orioles took them outside the ambulance cart, and drivers quickly galloped off towards the clinic. Lieutenant Buckler finally relaxed, knowing everything was firmly under control. She looked by the corner out of her eye and saw Mare-Do-Well head back outstairs. Knowing once was certainly, she quickly went up after her. "Please, wait!" she called out as she saw Mare-Do-Well have a huff outside the window of Twist's room as he was making her exit. The mare cleared her throat and approached her. "You must be Mare-Do-Well, are you not?" The landlady shook her huff from the window and back on the floor. She simply stared silently at the officer. "I guess talking isn't one of those things you're supposed to do in your line of work, I imagine." Buckler said as he extended a huff at her. "I'm Buckler. Lieutenant second command of Ponyville Police Department. Mare-Do-Well looked down at her outstretched hoof, then back towards the police mare's kind face and eyes. She softly approached her, and looked at her own dark blue bandaged hoof, softly pressed it against her coral red one. Buckler merely smiled in response, as Mare-Do-Well quickly took her hoof away, and stepped back a few inches, eyes still training the officer. I must thank you for all you've done tonight. You did not show up when you did. Celestia knows how things would have ended up. That colt was beyond hysterics. It might have hurt that little fool or worse. Those officers might not have lived for long. You're a true hero to Ponyville, she finally said, and ended with a formal bow to her.
Miss Mare-Do-Well,
A sweet, lispy voice called out, as Swiss entered her room, with her parents right behind her.
oh, thank you, Miss Mare-Do-Well. I was so scared. Thank you ever so much for saving me.
The little fool said as she hugged her huff.
Yes, Mare-Do-Well. Thank you for saving my little twist. Couldn't bear to imagine what life would be like without her. You're forever our gratitude.
Beatrice and Ed. Smee merely sniffed and nodded in agreement. Seeing all these words of acclaim gave Mare-Do-Well the same fuzzy feeling as before. Underneath her mask, she was straining to keep her alter ego from bawling, but managed to hold it in and smile. That, however, soon faded when she heard another familiar voice.
Where is he? I demand to know where the vigilante is!
That, the same Earth Point Coal and Philly officers who blew the whistle on the party showed up in front of the room. A shifty-eyed, Maze Colt grinned as he turned to his partner.
It seems that we found him all locked down.
Sarchi's code Philly partner met with an equally devious gaze. You can't at once. We must inform Lockup.
We should and we will lock down.
We will and we should, Lockup. With that, Lockup and Lockdown leaned their heads down, blew their whistles, and yelled, Captain! Here they are! Here they are, Captain! Bucker looked at his two lackeys with cross-expression as they moved to the side of the door and the thunderous hoofbeats up the stairs. Soon enough, Halbert appeared, and spared no time, walked up to Mare-Do-Well, and leaned down with a scornful look.
Listen to me and listen well, you good-for-nothing hooligan. Your half-hoot heroics could have put these law-abiding citizens and my own ponies in danger. Who asked you to barge in and wage your own one-horse war and risk every pony's lives? Answer me!
He snapped at her so forcefully, Mare-Do-Well winced to prevent his from smelling his stale alfalfa breath.
You can't say that about Mare-Do-Well. They saved us all.
Twist piped up angrily, only to be shushed by her mother.
Captain Halbert, sir, with all due respect, Mare-Do-Well has been part of Ponyville before you arrived, and has done a good job, the doctor replied with concern. This is why the vigilante must step down, allow true ponies who were born and bred to fight justice do their jobs. Mare-Do-Well is nothing but a nuisance, and an insult to the law.
The stern commanding officer answered back with force. Please, Captain, you must understand that nothing will succeed unless we work together with previous law enforcers here. We must keep Mare-Do-Well close, for she can help us in more ways than any confessional officer do so, Lieutenant Bucker counseled. Captain Halbert took a deep breath, almost as he was trying to maintain patience. Finally, he replied in a soft tone and hiding contempt.
My dear Lieutenant Buckler, I truly wish to keep your position here, not be sent back to Philadelphia to your previous desk job. I suggest you follow my rules, or I'll ask you to turn your badge at once.
The curl-red mare let out a soft gasp and tried to hide her boiling anger at the callous remarks the khaki stallion gave her. Halbert then said,
As for you, Mare, what?
The commander stopped in mid-sentence as he realized Mare-Do-Well was no longer there. Every pony present looked everywhere and found out she was gone. Lockup looked so intense and asked, Sir, what should we do? Lockdown did add, An APB to follow here to call her in? Halbert shook his head.
No, hopefully she'll get through that thick skull and never to bother police again. Come on, we have to return to the station. Justice beckons.
The twin police lackeys bowed in response. Sir, at once! At once, sir! Halbert bowed once and tipped his hat at the family as he walked away with heavy footsteps. Lockup and Lockdown gave Bucker a smirk as they followed behind. Twist saw them leave and stuck her tongue out at them. The girl around police mare twisted her eyebrow as he bade his family good night and took her own leave. From a rooftop close by, Mare-Do-Well saw the captain walk out the house with Lockup and Lockdown right behind him as they galloped away to the police station. A few seconds later, a sad Lieutenant Buckler left the house and closed the door behind her as she went her way elsewhere. The purple-clad pony could not believe how Halbert hated and mistrusted her. Most early earned his place in the list, aside from Gilda. However, she could feel Hal Bear was a friendly soul and needed cheering up. Maybe one day he'll make a special cupcake or donut just for her. She needs to figure out her specific tastes. Slowly, Belvedere gave a long yawn, spat her lips together. Eyesight became slightly unfocused. Never been up to sleep before. She knew the night was not over. Daybreak would come in just a few hours. Her herself must be ready to open the door for the Kinks when they came in for the day. Juggling this would be hard work, but it was her choice. With no time to lose, she hopped from roof to roof and headed back to Sugar Cube Corner.